talk about mental health, mental illness, and how it can affect us in today's society. Along with a little bit more we'll add as we go into the Sister Chat version tonight. But before we get started, we always have to have our scripture dance. It used to be a scripture walk, but Kimberly changed it to a what did she call it? Christian dance.
You always say scripture walk.
Christian walk.
It's supposed to be a scripture walk, but it's a scripture dance. Oh, let's see what Carlos got for you tonight, Kimberly. All right, Carlos. What she got, Carlos? I like that one, Carlos. All right, tonight our scripture is Philippians 1:6. That is our scripture for the Talk of Life talk show with Elma. And you need to finish what you start. And that beautiful plaque is made by Emmanuel Kirkwood, and he can design any kind of plaque and try to make it for you, okay? So check him out at www.kirkinspirations.com. All right. I love when Kim does that scripture walk. We have so much fun on this show because we are real and we don't try to fake and shake. We just real people that you can peach yourself and say we are real, okay? We are real. All right, so how are you ladies tonight?
Oh,
Good.
Are you good? Are you good?
I'm good.
You had a great weekend? What you do this weekend?
I had the opportunity and the pleasure to host Dry Places.
Dry Places with Theo and the team.
Yes, we were in the house. Elma hosted the mostest the first night, Thursday
And
night.
who did Friday night? Kimberly did it Friday night. So
Me and Tan. Tan finally came.
Tan did?
Tan showed up and she came on up. She
Get
cut up.
out of
She
here.
cut up. We
Tan
had
got
a
on
good
stage
time.
with you?
Yes. I said, come
Oh,
on, Tan.
my
Come on. I was
God.
like, Theo, Tan is here. Can she get on? She probably should. He's like, yeah. She came on up there. And I said, Tan, here, mention the sponsors. She said, what? I said, mention all the sponsors. It was so. We had
So
a
you
good
had
time.
a fun
We tag
time,
team.
huh?
We did. We had a good time. And the movie's great. You got to see it.
What
Even
was
if
the
you-
movie about?
Omar, I was gonna fight Omar though. Cause he
Omar
had
with
no
Theo.
business being married, being at that lady house with her kids, helping her kids with their homework.
Was that what
Wasn't
Omar
married,
was doing?
yeah. I told Omar when he came out, I said, I'm gonna fight you, Omar. What you doing in her house? You married? You
But
should have been in her
Omar
house.
wasn't married, was he?
You, a lot of years.
Was he?
I said, what you doing in her house, helping that lady with that Hispanic lady with that baby homework? I got a surprise for you.
But you know, I saw bits and pieces of it because I was in and out
good.
running
It
the
was
curtain
good.
booth
It
along
was
with
good.
Kimberly and Tavana, and so I was
Lindy.
seeing bits and pieces.
Linda
and
was there,
Linda
too.
was over there just flirting with somebody.
She was eating them good fries from
But
that truck.
this man was really off into London. I had to come out there and split them up. So I don't know what they were talking. What were y'all talking about? Y'all were talking about Dry Places.
She so woke. She's so woke.
She was over there talking. He done took my chair, girl. I said, wait a minute, homie done took my chair. So Linda, you
Linda's
still
like,
got
wait a
it,
minute,
girl.
wait a minute.
Linda still got it.
Linda's like,
Kim,
wait
I
a
tell
minute,
you.
wait a minute,
I'm
wait a
thinking she
minute.
out there working the curtain. She's
I
sitting
did work
down.
the curtain booth.
No, she was sitting, when I came out there, she was sitting
was
with
sitting
this
over there.
man.
No one was there.
Eating them
I walked out there, the rapper that got in my chair. I just went on back in there and sit my little happy chair back
that
down.
blonde hair.
I did not invite. He really was a nice man. He
Nice
truly
man.
was very gentle.
But did he say something
And
that
all.
was funny to you, Linda?
She enjoyed his company.
Yeah,
What is
he
up?
said some things that.
But it was funny.
Just kind of resonated with you.
Huh?
Just kind of resonated with your heart.
Yeah, it resonated in my heart.
It was funny. It was funny.
But everything was great. But the movie reminded me of the song "Secret Lovers." That's what we are.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It reminded, That would have been a good song in there. The music was great. And I was going to ask Theo, why is it that the sin music was so good? Because every time there was a scene in a movie and he was getting ready to do a transgression of some sort, the music was just hype. It was just hype, make you want to feel like you want, like Carlos be doing me.
But I wanna ask a question.
What's the question?
What's the question?
Okay, you know when the one that Theo was having the affair with, the lady.
She was
was married. Yeah, she was pretty.
Was she married too?
She was married in the movie
Yeah, she
too.
was married. Remember, her husband told her she didn't have to work anymore because he had just got a brand new
she
job.
was on her phone listening, getting something from him. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
When they went to counseling. But we didn't know, we didn't figure out. I asked Theo, I said, well, what happened with them in their counseling? Did it?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
And then he said, well, you have to realize I'm a writer. And I started to say, well, you have to realize I'm a looker. I want to know what happened.
I want to know what was going on.
I'm
I thought you talking about when the lady and the man went in there to talk to.
counseling.
Okay.
Because I thought they were going for like some type of fertilization. I didn't realize it was counseling at first. I thought she was going to see if they could have babies and do all that stuff like that. Get their marriage back together.
But all I can say is,
it was
Theo cried.
Ooh,
that boy cried so
cried.
he really looked like he was. Now he acted
He
that
really
part out.
That agony part, trying to
Oh,
choose
he was
between-
crying. He almost had me crying.
That agony.
Oh, he was
But I
crying
hate
so
to see a
hard in
man
it.
cry.
I know it.
I don't know.
But it was
something.
but you know what we're talking about, y'all, is Dry Places. This is a movie you all need to go and see when it comes to the screen.
Yeah.
We was able to see the premiere of it, so we're just talking a little bit about it tonight. It still goes in with mental health because that is a mental problem,
Yeah,
when you're dealing with things going on into your marriage,
Right.
that can cause you to do things that you
That
don't
turmoil
want to
he
do.
had trying to choose between, because that was an old girlfriend.
Which one? The one he had the affair with?
That was an old girlfriend.
Oh, see, I
And
missed
they
that.
talking about they still love each other. Y'all ain't seen each other, and how long are y'all still in love? I was like,
Well,
really?
Kimberly, they could have.
I was like,
Well,
really?
you know, sometimes that first love is a little
Just
hard.
like you said, secret love.
That's
you know.
what we are.
Yeah.
But maybe when they saw each other again,
Because she got
came
hired
back.
where he was working.
She what?
She got hired.
Yeah,
in
but she
HR
got
where she-
fired where he was working. But he was happy that he did not get fired. You know.
Oh, because they was on the job doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because they were working late nights and projects and stuff like that. I thought she resigned at the end.
But wait a minute, when
I thought she resigned.
She did resign.
Okay.
But I thought, but
But it was getting close that the boss had found out.
Yeah.
Because she saw that light on.
Like,
Wow.
She's trying to figure out
Like,
what
what's
is
going on in
Yeah, what's
there?
going
but the
what-
thing that really
why
got to
is it
me with
dark?
Theo, when he was sitting there, I guess in the hotel or wherever he was sitting, and he was reading the letter from the wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they were showing little bits and pieces. And he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, just like, it was really seemed like it was
tearing
bothering
him
him.
up. It was
because
tearing
he
him
was
up.
torn between his wife and the girlfriend. And he was just
Now,
like,
he was torn between the lust of the flesh.
yeah, you know,
Where he wanted,
that's true, yeah.
Where he wanted to go. And
But do you think they
rest
slept
his- Where he
together?
wanted to go and
I
rest
don't
his
think they
soul.
slept together, did
I
they?
think
you
he
think they
leaded
slept?
it because they showed the bed scene, but nobody was in the.
But that was the wife, wasn't it?
I thought that was.
Well, you know, one bedroom, the wife came in and tried to.
No, there was another one. Was just a pillow. In the bed. I think they alluded to it, but you know, Theo
But they
would,
didn't.
I don't know if he'd go that far. I was going to ask him that too.
But then the wife told her husband, I need to tell you I've been having an affair for the last 3 months.
Wait a
So-
minute, this the girl that see, I missed the part of the audience. That's the reason why I'm asking, because I was in and out. So, was this the girlfriend telling the husband that? The girlfriend
at
that
the
he was
counseling
having?
session.
Oh,
So
what
I have
did he
something
do?
to tell you.
What did he
looked
do?
goofy like he did the whole movie.
He like,
He was confused too?
yeah, he was a little confused.
Why'd you have to bring me here to tell me?
Yeah.
But I like the way she stepped on that glass.
What glass?
Oh yeah, yeah, by breaking the glass.
The covenant, when she
Yeah,
stepped.
the
I
covenant.
mean, she squashed that shit. Wasn't
sure
wine
did.
glass. So she's at. I was like, okay.
Okay, so
How
why did she do
delicate.
that?
It had to do with the covenant and how delicate it is.
How delicate it is. Because
And
Jewish,
it's
you know,
the
Jewish
Jewish-
marriages, they break the glass.
It has something to do with breaking the
And
glass.
it's just
with
showing
Jewish
how
men.
delicate your marriage can be if you allow other things to intertwine into it.
Wow.
So it was some agony for him. He was.
But I like the after comments when the guy was saying that one of his friends was going through that. And he said that this movie really encouraged him to think about what they was going through. But a lot of times you can't bring your marriage back together.
Yes, you can.
With if you get to the root, if you want to,
right.
you can bring your marriage back together, even if you do go out or you do something. And it doesn't even have to be going out messing around. It could be other things that could cause you to separate.
Shopping, gambling.
Yeah, gambling could be a big problem. Not the shopping, Kim, because Kimberly like the shopping now.
Definitely gambling, but not
the shopping, okay. But audience, what do you think? What could be some of the things that could go along into a marriage that could cause your marriage to be a dry place? Like we said, it could be gambling. It could be shopping. Or it could be
drinking,
alcohol,
fighting, verbal abuse.
It could be abusive.
Mother-in-laws coming to stay.
Yeah, the mother-in-law moving in, and you don't tell
They
them.
never have a problem with father-in-laws. Do they ever have a problem with father-in-law?
No.
It's always the mother. It's always the mother-in-law.
I don't know why.
It's the father.
But why is it always the mother-in-law?
Because the mother-in-law hates to give up her son.
It's got to be more to it than that.
I don't know. A lot of times they hate to give up their son.
Do, and
they really do. They hate to give up their son because they want to still run their son's life a lot of times.
Do fathers do that with their daughters when their daughters get married? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fathers have issues, but they don't.
But they don't get like the women do.
Unless something happens.
But then I don't know, because you do have some fathers, because I saw one show where the father told the girl, I'll give you $50,000 if you leave my son and divorce him. Because he did not want her to be his daughter-in-law. He did not like it because she was beneath them. Like, she came from a lower, she had a lower income, and they was real rich. And
he didn't want to leave that money to her.
Yeah, he didn't want her to get any of the money and everything. So what he did was he tried to buy her off, and the son was almost going, with it. And she said, "You gonna let your dad pay me off?" And then she ran out the room. It was on Perry Mason. I don't know why you didn't see that one.
Perry Mason.
It was on Perry Mason show.
I like Perry Mason.
Oh yes, I did.
You remember
and
that
he was
one?
Accused. He thought she was having an affair with. And the daddy was controlling, very controlling.
Very controlling. In one of the scenes that Omar, which is Theo, was about to do.
Theo played Omar in the show, y'all.
There was one little kid, and I'm assuming that was his child, because he said, "Daddy, don't do it," and we just all bust out laughing because the kids were watching the movie. The children were watching the movie, and it was something.
The little boy yelled out in the movie, "Daddy, don't do it." That's what he was saying.
And I was just like, "That is so cute." He got into it. That was the cutest thing.
He said, "Daddy, don't do it." Because he's sitting there looking at his daddy on the screen, and he's thinking about his mom sitting there, because the mom was. But you know what? I wonder. I know she's with him on that, but I still wonder, how does she feel with him being with another? I mean, even though it's acting, I'm just still wondering how was she felt.
Well, you have to.
Theo wasn't like the Hollywood actors. He respected both women.
Right.
It wasn't like he was trying to, like Mom would be trying to show how you be all up in the grill, like It wasn't. There was some respect in between it. You know how to
But it wasn't no sex scenes, y'all. It wasn't none of that good stuff.
It just led up to it.
On Tyler Perry shows.
It was a clean movie.
It was.
It's very clean.
But it really made you think about, because you can get so involved in this here. But the thing but it looked like she kept pushing him away for the kids. She wasn't giving him any. Wasn't that part of the movie?
Yeah, but I think that's part of her personality, because she wrote that letter. But the thing is,
she talked to her mom. You remember her mom had that conversation with her?
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't see that part.
Oh, you was talking to that man at that time.
I was outside working at Kirk Booth.
Oh,
you working at Kirk
outside talking to that man. The Kirk Booth was over there working himself.
That Kirk Booth can hook you up with somebody.
The Kirk Booth working himself.
Hang around the Kirk Booth.
I got put out of my chair. And that was a hot place. That wasn't no dry place either, y'all.
You never know who you're going to meet. Come hang out with the Kirk Booth.
That's right, y'all. I enjoyed it, though.
Lonely, you're going to get somebody.
But wasn't that a part in there? Because I don't want to get it mixed up, because I saw the movie with him in Grace. And I don't want to mix that one up. Y'all, you need to see that. Have you seen that one with him?
Is that on Tubi?
Did you see that with Grace? Oh, you need to see that one. Oh, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. But I don't know. I don't want to mix it up with that one because both of them was almost similar. But that was a good movie.
And they're great. They're going to go on the road and use them also for counseling, which is really great because you can see yourself in these roles.
Yes.
You can look and say, okay, am I that kind of person? You may not want to raise your hand or anything. It's like, okay, well, does my husband respond to me this way? Or
that's what I'm talking about.
Or a woman could be toying between these office husbands and office wives. That's what it was, an office wife.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what she was.
No, that's what they call them.
Well,
office wife, office husband. That's the terminology.
She became a home wife too.
She did what?
They went home. Weren't they at her house or something?
They were somewhere. I thought it was at the hotel or a lounge type place.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what was confusing me. I didn't know if it was a lounge or a hotel. And that's when I saw the bed with the pillow.
Right.
But you know, I like the way. Now, did he have the little? Was that a Hispanic guy that was talking to him?
That was his friend.
That was his friend. Okay, so that he was actually trying to talk to him about the relationship or what?
Right. You know that marriages go through challenges.
Right.
You have to be ready for those challenges, the highs and lows. He said, "There's no perfect marriage.
There's not.
There's not two people looking to
Kim,
God."
you don't have a perfect marriage.
Well, I am. Come on there, Elma.
We know, Keith. We know you the perfect husband.
He tried to tell Keith. He always be calling me old great one. I said, thank you, honey. But he being sarcastic. I said, you know I am. I know everything. I said, you know I do. Come on, man. That's why you married me.
Great one.
But it was good how he was really trying to, counsel him and really help him. Because I didn't think he was trying to be negative, was he?
No. He was really trying to get him to see that they had a beautiful home.
Yeah,
that what
that's
they
what
had
I was
was
thinking.
good. But did you notice the friend? Yeah, and the kid and the children.
Right.
But did you notice the friend of the other woman? Girl, get your man, get what you want. Even though she was already married.
Oh, she was telling who that? Oh, she was telling the wife, wasn't it?
The other wife.
She said the other wife.
She was telling the
one that he worked with.
Omar, I'm talking about. Oh, she was telling the one that he worked with?
And then the one he was
her best friend or girlfriend was telling her, get your man, get what you want.
But that wasn't her man.
I understand.
Yeah,
but you see how you have a friend
that's
you're already married.
She was encouraging her to play off.
She was encouraging her to play
go
off.
with Omar.
Oh, wow.
That's not a friend.
Well, no, she's just happy. She's just unhappy probably over here. She trying to keep her on the same level she in. Because she probably was playing off
but
too.
I mean, that happens in real life. She
Right,
may
it does.
she may have wanted her husband.
It does.
That's true.
She may have wanted him because if he was free, then the friend could go. I'm just assuming could go.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
She on the phone in the office fixing the stuff, talking to her on the phone.
Mm-hmm. She could have wanted her husband.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in real life, that happens.
Yeah, that does happen. That does happen. So he brought out a lot of good points in that movie that made you really think and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I want to see the whole movie.
It was really.
I want to know why she, instead of her writing the letter to her husband, why could she not have told him that in person? That way he would have known how she really felt about him.
I was thinking because he pushed her away so many times. That's what I was going to say. He pushed her away so many times. He didn't want to listen. He didn't want to be in the same room she was.
Right.
He'd come in the house and he would be on the phone. I don't know if he was looking at text messages or porn.
He was looking at them text messages.
So I didn't know because different women's faces were popping up. So I was like, well, is it porn or, what is he looking at?
Oh, you're right, because he was sitting on the bed when he was doing it. Right. And she came in with her
looking at it.
Her little sexy little thing. And he just looked at it and walked right out.
Oh, okay.
He just walked right out.
That's why she wrote the letter.
Right.
And then they were doing the party stuff, you remember? She got on the ladder and she was trying to ask him to put it right and he didn't want to do it right.
Right.
I mean, he really...
He was kind of semi-mean, but not mean.
Yeah, he was mean.
But how did they get to that point, though? Were they real together or something had to make him go this way? I didn't see the beginning of it. I didn't know.
Well, didn't it say that she didn't spend no time with him or anything? Or he didn't spend
Was she the one with the 2 kids, right? Was she the one with the 2 kids?
Weren't those his kids?
Weren't those his children in the movie?
I thought it was.
Was it the 2 girls? Because I don't want to mix it up with Grace.
Because they were having dinner and they were just kind of looked straight. They didn't really interact at the dinner table. You remember that part, then?
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't
I remember
interact.
that.
I saw that
barely
part.
ate.
See, I saw bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, but
when he was crying, oh my God, he was
Hell,
crying.
it's too late to cry now.
Whew.
Better go on.
But he was crying so
He was
hard.
crying. To me, should I go home and put up with this lady, or should I go
Should I
and
go
get
with
my
this
freak
other?
on?
That's what I'm saying. He was
That was
really
a-
torn
that was a
because
debate.
he wanted to be with both of them.
He wanted to hit it over here.
He
but I'm
wanted the
married to her
cake and the
over
ice
here.
and the ice cream
I
too.
don't want to tear up my home.
And
Just
stuff.
because it's good, just because it's new, don't mean it's
And they
What you
never
say?
really
The grass ain't.
And both
grass is
rub me
not
on the
greener.
phone. The other husband didn't even know what was going on. He didn't know he was having no problem.
Oh, he looked so. Ooh, I felt so
He is
sad
so-
for
he didn't
him.
know he had no problem. He
Because
said, I got
she
a
broke
job.
that. She broke that out, and and like you said, why didn't you tell me this when we was one-on-one?
Because she probably was scared he might go off on her.
But the
He didn't.
when he called her on the phone, when he called her on the phone to talk to her, and she was just reading her text messages in the office, and I don't know, but she wasn't listening to him.
She wouldn't listen to anything.
And gifts were coming in to her, and Omar. I guess it was Omar sending her gifts, right?
No, I
Remember
thought
she
it
got
was
the
her
candy.
husband.
Oh, I didn't know who was sending the gifts.
I don't know because I didn't see
Because
no.
when he said you don't have to work anymore, I got this new job, I got money coming in.
And how long did it take him to get that job? That's what I know.
Audience, what do you think about
He
what we're
had a
discussing
job,
with dry
but
places?
It was a better one. I guess he got a better job offer, I think.
I thought he was unemployed for quite
He
some
might have
time.
been
So she
unemployed.
was
That
like,
might have been a reason, another
a
reason.
woman
But does that give him-
It was greener. You said a woman act funny when she ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Is that true? Do y'all think that women act funny when they don't have no money and a man is in the house?
Yes, they do.
Do they act funny, really, audience? Y'all talk to it. We're just discussing something because a lot of time in this, mental health can come into this
Yes,
because
it
what?
can.
It's a mind thing. It can mess with your mind.
It messes with your mind.
It does. It messes with your mind
really
because,
does. That's
as
what
you
was
know,
happening.
Satan can get in there too and start making you say, "Hey, you know what? This man can give you all of this
Yes.
while your husband is barely making it,
Right.
And this man is giving you this,
Right.
and here's your husband over here going there, and then you saying, well, you know he's not giving you enough attention, so why don't you go over here with this man?
And that's what was good about the movie.
Yeah.
Dry Places. Theo was showing it this time from a man's point of view, because most movies are from a woman's point of view.
You're right. I like
All
that.
the movies that are made are from a woman's point of
Right.
view. So he's bringing out how a man thinks and how he processes what's happening in the relationship. So that was really good.
That was. And Theo was a good actor in that movie. He was very good. Theo, we give
He's
you
just
a
a good
shout
person,
out
period.
on
Yes.
that, on your movie. And we're looking forward for these other dynamic
Matthew was on
movies.
our show. Katina was.
And Katina was good. I mean, all the cast was awesome.
Yeah,
and they
they
were
were.
so supportive. And I really had a good time there on Thursday night, even though somebody else was having a hot place.
Out at court.
Dry place. Hot place.
But we had an awesome time. If you all, whenever it comes to the screen, y'all need to go and see it. And also check out on Tubi, I think it's something about Grace. I can't remember the name of it, but just go through there and look for Grace and you'll see Theo's name on there. That was a good one too. Theo movies are based on true. It's based on, they don't try to hide a lot of things. They want you to see the real McCard. They want you to see the reality of what actually goes on in a marriage that can cause you to go out your marriage. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be you playing around. Like we said earlier, it could be gambling, it could be drinking, it could be drugs, it could be other things that can break up your marriage. And we know that Satan wants that. We know that. We know that Satan wants what? Marriage to divide.
That's his job.
That's his job, is to separate.
Right.
But you can't put your marriage back together. Y'all know that? You can put, did they come back together at the end? I didn't get to see the end of the movie.
They did.
Did he and the wife got
He
back
read the
together?
letter, and I think he asked her, that's all I needed to hear from you. I think that's what he said. If I'm not mistaken, that's what all I needed to hear. That's what I wanted to hear from you.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to know if the other ones got together. That's
I think that's for the
bothered me.
next movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think
The
that's
next
the
movie?
next movie. When him and his wife wrote it, and they just, and just in real life, she's so adorable, his wife.
She is.
She is just-
And those cute little babies, they are so cute. You got five
and
of them.
sometimes I think when we see stuff visually,
Yes.
we can identify versus someone talking to us.
It's like hands-on visual.
I can see it. I can sit there and process it myself versus hearing, because sometimes each person's voice is different, each person's tone and fluctuation is different. And it seems like when you're in counseling, somebody's reprimanding you, or it seems like it's one-sided when the woman chooses the counselor or the man chooses the counselor. And sometimes you don't want people that close to you to hear all your business. People will get in counseling and say stuff they just shouldn't even say.
They wouldn't?
They'll get in counseling and say stuff they just shouldn't even say. So when you're married and you picked out the person, you have to realize that the other spouse may feel ashamed if you say certain things.
Yeah, but
counseling.
Sometimes when they counsel, I think the ones that truly want counseling, because some do it just for the husband and the wife, okay, I go with you. But still don't receive. But there are some counselors that the husband and wife, they discuss who they want to go to. And then we have to also realize that a counselor she can't or they shouldn't show favoritism towards the wife and husband. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I was thinking it from the point that it just shouldn't be anybody that you're going to see all the time. I think it should be somebody off. Because sometimes I've heard people just say stuff they just shouldn't have said, especially with the pastor or an elder or somebody in the church. I would have taken that to outside counselor if you want to get that graphic and that dirty. Yeah. Dirty low down.
She said dirty.
And then too, it depends on because
they also have to deal with what's in their soul.
Right. They got to deal with that.
You up preaching and you be thinking about
when we counsel our couple, they had joined the church at the time, but the first thing I asked them, do you want to save your marriage? And both of them off the bat said yes. And that helped, but they chose to tell everything. I didn't even have to ask. They wanted to tell. But the thing of it is, it just depends on who counseling and how you counsel and what they're going to say in there.
And see, what I like about co-pastor and pastor counseling, they pray before they start. And ask God to cover, and let them
let them lead the way. Yeah.
And see, that's another way of doing it. But somebody like you said, there are some counselors. Hey, they one-sided and they end up going with the woman.
I've heard that happen too.
I know of some.
Or the man, or the man. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's both ways.
Right.
So you just have to pray and ask God to lead you to a counselor. You got to be very careful how you counsel and what goes on in there. I listen, but I let them do most of the talking because once they start doing that, then they will release what they want. But all I ask them to be honest with themselves. And if they get to the root of it, it'll work out. That's what we do even when we have our round tables. You got to get to the root of the problem and deal with that. But it has been very successful in the church when we do that because it cut down on a lot of he say, she say, and all that stuff. But anyway, we thank you all for tuning in. What we're going to do now is let Kim do her fashion.
Yes.
And then we're going to come back.
And come back. All right now. Here I am in my little ruffled blouse. And my little ruffled blouse. Yes, from IR. And then I have my Anya Highmark. Y'all know I love Anya Highmark. The smiley face. My little smiley face. You can also put on your shoulder.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's cute.
You're trying to get in the car with the kids. No children here. And then you can grocery store or something like that.
Where'd you get your smiley face first from?
I do Anya Highmark. I shop the Real.
I like that one.
Yes. She's been out for over 30 years, but she's a British designer. And she makes a lot of motifs. I like the motifs on the bag. They're fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like that purse.
And the blue is so beautiful when you're outside. It is a beautiful blue. It is a beautiful blue.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in to our tonight show. And we're going to come back in a few and what? Get back with the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma every Monday and Thursday. Tune in at what time, girls?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And we have some good topics. But with Dry Places, it's a good movie. And Theo, we send you hands off. And we appreciate you allowing us to host the show on Thursday and Friday. Thank you, girls, for being there. We had a lot of people that we met that want to be on the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma, and they also want to rent the Kirk booth. So whenever you're having your event, check us out. The Kirk booth, www.thekirkbooth.com. And until we see you, what? Face to face.
Good night.
Good night.